me." "Forget you!" exclaimed Yvon. "If anyone else were to offer me such an insult, I would teach him with my sword to suspect a curver. Forget you, my Finette? You do not know the fidelity of a Breton." That the Bretons are faithful, no one doubts, but that they are still more headstrong is a justice that none will deny them. It was useless for poor Finette to plead in her most loving tones. She was forced to yield. She resigned herself with a heavy heart, and said to Yvon, "Go without me, then, to your castle, but only stay long enough to speak with your friends. Then go straight to the stable, and return as soon as possible. You will be surrounded by people. Act as if you saw no one, and above all, do not eat or drink anything whatever. Should you take only a glass of water, evil would come upon us both." Yvon promised and swore all that Finette asked, but he smiled in his heart at this feminine weakness. He was sure of himself, and he thought with pride how different a Breton was from those fickle Frenchmen, whose words, they say, are borne away by the first breath of the wind. On entering the old castle, he could scarcely recognize its dark walls. All the windows were festooned with leaves and flowers within and without. The courtyard was strewn with fragrant grass. On one side were spread tables, groaning under their weight. On the other, musicians mounted on casks were playing merry airs. The vassals, dressed in their holiday attire, were singing and dancing, dancing and singing. It was a day of great rejoicing in the castle. The Baron himself was smiling. It is true that he had just married his 5th daughter to the Knight of Kervelik. This marriage added another quartering to the illustrious escutcheon of the Kervers. Yvon, recognized and welcomed by all the crowd, was instantly surrounded by his relatives, who embraced him and shook him by the hand. Where had he been? Where did he come from? Had he conquered a kingdom, a duchy, or a barony? Had he brought the bride, the jewels of some queen? Had the fairies protected him? How many rivals had he overthrown? All these questions were showered upon him without reply. Yvon respectfully kissed his father's hand, hastened to his sister's chamber, took 2 of their finest dresses, went to the stable, saddled a pony, mounted a beautiful Spanish jennet, and was about to quit the castle when he found his relatives, friends, squires, and vassals all standing in his way, their glasses in their hands, ready to drink their young lord's health and safe return. Yvon gracefully thanked them, bowed, and made his way by degrees through the crowd, when, just as he was about to cross the drawbridge, a fair-haired lady, with a haughty and disdainful air, a stranger to him, a sister of the bridegroom, perhaps, approached him, holding a pomegranate in her hand. "My handsome knight," said she, with a singular smile, "you surely will not refuse a lady's first request. Taste this pomegranate, I entreat you. If you are neither hungry nor thirsty after so long a journey, I suppose at least that you have not forgotten the laws of politeness." Yvon dared not refuse this appeal. He was very wrong. Scarcely had he tasted the pomegranate when he looked around him like a man waking from a dream. "What am I doing on this horse?" thought he. "What means this pony that I am leading? Is not my place in my father's house at my sister's wedding? Why should I quit the castle?" He threw the bridle to one of the grooms, leaped lightly to the ground, and offered his hand to the fair-haired lady, who accepted him as her attendant on the spot, and gave him her bouquet to hold as a special mark of favour. Before the evening was over, there was another betrothed couple in the castle. Yvon had pledged his faith to the unknown lady, and Finette was forgotten. End of Part 1 of Yvon and Finette, A Tale of Brittany.